Nope.
It's the one to basically solve for the universal gravitational constant. Basically, just prove that there is a universal gravitational constant between any masses.
Are you still on about this one experiment that you ran in a room by yourself a year ago?
This has been my undergrad, so this is like 3 years ago. Oh, bad. Don't worry.
I remember doing that, I think.
Yeah, it's the one where you have two big lead balls that sit still.
Yeah.
Or that can swivel.
Big old lead balls.
Yeah. And then there's a laser that bounces off a mirror, and then the mirror's on the string, and the string has tension and torque and whatever. Anyways, you can solve for the universal gravitational constant very accurately. Because a lot of flat earthers will say there's no such thing as gravity, it's all density or some bullshit, or
yeah, on that, I've been on that because me and my brother had this conversation once where I think we can all agree flat earthers are morons. But like, some of them are smart fucking morons. All right, like the amount of work they go through to prove the Earth is flat is impressive. And sometimes, like, I know fundamentally they're wrong, but I have to look up why they're wrong. Like the whole gravity's a myth and it's just the weight of the air. Like, the pressure of all the air stacked on top of each other keeping us down. Like, I know that's I know that's dumb, but I still had to go to Google and read about why that was dumb and learn about buoyancy and all that shit. I was like, I know that this is a stupid train of thought. Like, the buoyancy and pressure of the atmosphere is what keeps us tethered to the Earth. But, like, why is it stupid? So, honestly, sometimes, most flat earthers are absolute morons, but some of them are really smart, stupid people.
Yeah, my favorite is when they're like, okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just, I have to ask, just because of the one-off comment from Finger, when were we playing Lockdown Protocol?
I don't know.
All right.
I still need to redeem it and install it, but I'm sure.
Yeah, Finger was like, "Oh, tonight." All right, I'll cue us up. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No, my favorite thing is when they're like, they take like these like balloon rides up to prove the Earth's flat, and then it curves, and it's like, oh shit.
Classic. I mean, there are just a million ways you can prove it's round. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Well, I mean, to me, it's not the proving it round; it's the proving that it's not flat. I mean, because every single model of the flat Earth model I've ever seen from anyone, it always has the sun that goes in like a circle path over the flat Earth, and in that model, you can see the sun at all times. There's no point in which you can never not see the sun. You know, like to me, that instantly is like, oh, that's wrong. You know, the only way for the sun to set would be to set behind this flat Earth, but then it's night for everyone or daytime for everyone.
Yeah,
but
it's the dark side of the sun, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
the moon and the sun are the same thing, man.
Jordan brings up a great point, though. They always dig a deeper hole, though, right? Because the most immediate answer you could give to a flat earther is gravity. All right, if the Earth was flat, gravity would behave so differently, extremely differently. It's not even funny. But then they dig the hole deeper. They're like, well, gravity's not real. And then you have to sit there, and then you prove to them, or you give some easy explanation as to why gravity's a thing. And then they, and eventually we have this flat Earth, except it's not flat, right? Because some models have, like, the top of it flat, like we cracked open a geode, but there's, like, a lot underneath it. And then there's, like, a giant ice wall, or the universe is the ice wall or something like that. The ice wall thing is crazy.
The ice wall theory is insane. But I vibe for it. Like,
have any
more
of you guys
continents
seen
for us
Friends?
to explore? Crazy.
Have you seen what?
Have any of you watched the show Smiling Friends?
I have not.
It's
I haven't.
a very disturbing but pretty funny show, and in one episode, the two main characters are like join this random group of like UFO watchers, and one of the dudes is like a total conspiracy theorist, and they're like watching for UFOs or whatever, and they're getting to an argument about flat Earth. So anyways, they end up getting abducted by aliens who get abducted by aliens, and then they party, and after the party, the aliens who abducted the aliens that abducted them, like, give them a spaceship to go home. And they're like flying back home, and they pan to the Earth, and it's literally the flat Earth with the ice fall that the conspiracy theorist guy was rambling about. They're like, "Oh my god, holy shit, I'm gonna vomit. This is disgusting. I can't handle it." And it just pans to the flat Earth. Hysterical.
Oh, wait, there's someone in the elevator at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey, there's someone on point.
What is... Did they change? What? Yes. Well, one way to find out.
I lit up somebody. I don't fucking know who.
Okay, so there's this. Oh, I can turn it off and I can turn it on.
They're in the bank vault.
Oh, interesting.
In the teller's room. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold this angle for a little while.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
I don't know. To me, the there is no gravity thing that irks me the most, because that experiment, the Cavendish one, you can literally do at any time. Like, there is I watched a YouTube video of a school teacher, like a high school physics teacher, that did it. All he did was hang two like bowling balls, like on like a rope or whatever, like apart, right? So like almost like a a dumb old-timey dumbbell lifty thing looking thing, and then he grabbed some like big fucking solid, like brick things or whatever, and he used those as like the masses, and he did the experiment, and it was really cool. It was very, I mean, not as accurate. He couldn't like actually measure the universal gravitational constant, but he could like verify, like, yeah, there is a force that's pulling these fuckers together. It's really cool.
I posed this question earlier while you guys were gone. Just as a predecessor to this. I know the obvious answer is no, but do you guys think that duck is seafood?
No.
Duck.
I mean, is it from the sea? Probably not.
Well, probably not. But where does the duck spend most of its time?
I mean, it
spends it on top of the water, though. I feel like,
but it's also, But it's also a freshwater thing. I thought seafood was like from saltwater.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, what do you think like bass is?
I don't know. Fish. I don't really.
I mean, like if you're putting it on a menu.
I know. I've always thought of seafood as like it came from salt water, the sea, versus like I don't know, freshwater fish. At least in my mind.
Oh.
I tried so hard.
I tried so hard.
Like salmon then. It just has to touch salt water and then it's seafood.
Yeah, I think that like if you're putting it on a menu like bass is seafood if you put it in just a menu, right?
Yeah, or walleye or any of the fish.
Duck is poultry, all right? It's a bird.
I know duck is poultry,
seafood.
all right? I know there's an obvious answer, but it can be debated.
I just can't fathom why this is confusing to you. Like,
it's not confusing to me. It's not. It's not. I'm just thinking that there's somebody here who is playing devil's advocate, and it's Chris, and he's gonna say that duck is seafood. He's gonna argue it well.
Well then, have the floor, Chris. I would love to hear this well laid out argument.
Yes, I care a lot about this. Like, when I'm glad Jordan put me on this podium, this was what I was born for. Yes. Well, okay, so obviously I think Jordan's right. If you include poultry on the list, that is where duck would go, right? 'Cause first and foremost, it's
a bird.
Duck. It's
a bird.
Because it'd be like if you had, I'm trying to think of another like saltwater, but like would you put like, I don't know, dolphin? Would you put that as seafood?
Yeah.
Or salmon?
Yeah, 100%.
Salmon?
Yeah.
Just
and so like
salmon? Salmon's saltwater sea.
I don't think the saltwater thing matters. You can have freshwater seafood.
I think
I don't know what train of thought you're on. All right.
I think like bass is seafood.
10 seconds to insertion.
Walleye seafood. but they live in
Alright,
lakes,
so you wanna rush
right?
point?
Yeah, always. Where's point?
I'm dropping hatch.
A bomb
in
must be
the
located
lobby.
and defused.
Oh, I'm dropping fucking tunnel.
Oh, okay, he's mad. Okay. Godspeed, brother.
Thanks.
Get over to you eventually, Jordan. No, I just like I'll
I'm dead.
do the logical fallacy of give me something that is not a seafood that gets put on a seafood menu.
Frog?
Is frog? Hey, okay. See now, frog, duck, terrible. Frog, actually a good thing to point out. I will give you
I don't know,
that.
somebody else. I don't remember if it was Draft or Jacob who gave me that, but
But I would still consider
Hey, what?
frog
That-
seafood.
Frog.
They're-
I think
well,
frog's
no,
seafood.
Frog's in our
Dog
Frogs?
is not seafood. It wasn't me.
Yeah, okay.
I
Frog
Frog?
isn't amphibious, though, right?
I'd say frog is in the waterfowl category.
all right. I'm
Or
gonna be honest.
actually, I don't know. Let me see.
I thought Giddy Gamer was on the
This
other
dude is just
team, but
pre-firing
it's
so
actually
hard.
Gigabyte Gamer.
Oh no, it's just waterfowl's just birds. So what is frog
Yeah.
classified under?
Well, frogs are lizards, but they're not amphibious, right? They live outside of water. You know, like the thing about a dolphin is like, yeah, a dolphin breathes oxygen. They don't breathe water, but they're still fish. They got
Frogs are still
fins. They spend all their times in the water, right? But a frog
They're still
grows
amphibious.
out of that. I would consider tadpole seafood, not frogs.
Okay. Frogs are
Birds
technically
considered
still
sea-
amphibians, but yeah,
Yeah.
I understand them. Though.
There
Morgan,
are some
you're,
types
like,
of frogs,
breaking
though,
up.
that live almost exclusively in the water, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
And so,
Morgan's
like-
trying to chime in, but she's being quiet.
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Morgan, speak up, please.
It's not Oregon. I just googled it and it said frog is seafood.
Oh
Is
shit!
it really?
Is that what Google AI said?
I just think, like,
Again.
are we gonna count turtles as not, like, sea turtles? Would you count that as not seafood because they start land?
No, sea
and then they go
turtles
water?
are
Sea-
seafood.
Seafood.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
I don't know that all turtles are seafood.
I'm saying specifically sea turtles start as a land creature and move into the water, right? And so if
You're
we're gonna
right,
say
you're right.
frogs aren't sea creatures because they start as water and move to land, I feel like you have to say turtles can't be seafood then, right?
No, we technically start in
Turtles are
water
seafood, I
before
think.
going to land.
Anyways,
I have no
back
idea
to
at this point.
ducks.
Back
The
to-
fox is so much more fun. I think
Yeah.
ducks has a leg to stand or swim on.
I mean, the fact that it spends most of its time at sea is the
If
like
frog
there.
is duck, I'd say if frog is considered seafood,
Frog
I'd say
is-
duck is considered.
If duck is frog, if frog is duck.
yeah. Yeah.
Barb.
Clearly, all right, you won, Jordan. Duck is seafood. If frog
I think
is duck, then
I
duck
think
is
it's duck.
seafood.
Yes, exactly.
Drone to locate a bomb.
You know, if we're including turtle ducks from the Avatar: The Last Airbender, then like really, now we're getting
Aren't
complicated.
they lion
all right?
turtles?
Lion
No,
turtles, but turtle ducks also exist.
Yeah.
Do they?
Cause no,
Yes.
because Zuko was, I think, like. they
Oh
were
yes,
feeding
yeah,
them
yeah,
bread
yeah,
to-
yeah, yeah,
through
yeah,
the thing
yeah,
into
yeah,
the turtle
yeah,
ducks.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. Then
You see,
Azula
we're
just fucking
visual-
was like, get fucked, duck.
Yeah. See, we're visual rememberers.
10 seconds before insertion. 5 seconds.
All right, Finger, I got one for you.
I guess would we count
Okay.
seals
A bomb
as
must be
seafood?
located and defused.
Oh yes, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
I want to say yes.
Yes.
Because I feel like
Objectively.
if we're counting seals as seafood, which spend most of their time out of water, then like you would have to count duck as seafood.
Yeah, no. You know what? If it has flippers, that's where my line is. Ducks that have
web
flippers.
feet. That's basically
Yeah, web feet.
Would,
No, not the same. Not the same as a seal flipper.
would a mermaid be seafood?
Mm.
It would probably get its own category, like pig or cow or something.
Exotic game fish, yeah.
I truly don't think you could rate
Did you say fetish? Yeah, they're not up here, man. I don't know where the fuck they are.
I
No,
thought-
Must
they're
be.
in
I would
open
just-
area. They're open
You
area.
look confident, so I'm down. Hello?
Oh,
There's a cab. Someone shoot him.
Oh,
Was it
that's
Eric?
that's that's finger. Sorry.
Emergency meeting.
I'm getting. Oh God, I'm getting interrogated.
They're like up over here.
There's top stairs.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
I got that kill. That's bullshit.
So, what's this question, Jordan?
Oh yeah, I heard this on the radio today. If somebody was running at the speed of sound, would they still hear their iPod?
Well,
They would still hear their iPod?
Is their iPod moving with them, like they have headphones in?
Yeah, I assume they have headphones in.
Then yeah,
Well,
they'd still hear it.
Yeah, because the air in their ear canal is moving
okay.
with them.
Yeah, I thought it was a stupid question, to be honest. But yes, yeah.
But if they were holding their iPod outside, so they're running, then the air that it's being transmitted through isn't moving with them, like the air in the ear canal. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
What if they're running at
I
the
do
speed of
wonder-
light?
There's actually an entire Vsauce video on shining a flashlight in front of you while you're moving at the speed of light.
Oh.
Well, what I'm wondering is like, you wouldn't, because gravity is pulling the air particles that are being vibrated by your iPods, whatever you're listening to, headphones, earphones. It's pulling it down, right? But I guess what I'm wondering is like, how fast would you have to be before it starts Doppler shifting the sound, so it's like a lower frequency?
You're talking about like the headphones that are in your headphones,
Yeah,
or you're holding the phone, or you're holding your iPod or whatever, and listening
I'm
to
assuming
the
the
speaker.
headphones are in your ears.
15 seconds remaining.
I don't think there's any Doppler shifting so long as the air is moving. Like you have like driving a car going 70 miles an hour. The air in your car is moving at that exact same speed.
And
so
it's
no
playing
Doppler
Tokyo Drift.
shift. Yeah.
I guess it's true, because you're
this dude's
slowing
hiding
down
on
at the
a
same rate.
fucking table,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Slowing down,
Yeah. So your frame of reference is the air is also in that frame of reference, moving at the same speed. Out as far as like This is fun.
But you could still hear the iPod if it was close enough to you without headphones, though, right? I mean, the faster you go, the closer the iPod would need to be. But they're like,
Yeah, exactly, because eventually, then the Doppler shifting would matter because, I mean, you're holding the iPod next to your ear, but eventually you're moving faster than the sound waves could make it to your ear, and so eventually you wouldn't be able to hear it at all, unless you held it in front of you, and then that'd be weird too. Shit.
I think the speed of light one's more fun though. But iPod's a good one.
Yeah, would you be able to see a flashlight in front of you if you're moving at the speed of light?
No, because nothing's faster than the speed of light. The simplest answer, but
Well, I mean, moving at, let's say, 99.99999 is what Jordan's thinking.
And it was not, but that does.
It's interesting,
does make
right?
sense.
Secure the bombs.
I don't think would like see it like a normal flashlight. I mean, there's so much relativity bullshit going on at that point too that I think there might still be light in front of you, but I don't think you'd see it like the way you think you would.
Be ready for assault.
We're defending. What am I doing?
So this isn't really a video game, but it's a game that I want to make just to experience it. Okay. So you guys are aware of like kinetic energy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. I would love a game, particularly a VR game, where you can only see kinetic energy. So if anything is still relative to you or your eyeballs or your headset, that you're wearing, then there's nothing. But anything moving then will appear like, I don't know, let's say red. And the faster it's moving, more red. The more massive it is, more red because it's bigger, right? So like if you have your hand in front of you not moving, you can't see your hand. You move your hand, you can see it, and the faster you move it, the brighter it gets. I think it'd be really cool to experience the world through kinetic energy. And so if you're walking, then the world is like moving relative to you, and so then you can only see the world if you're moving.
Sorry, finger. I got scared.
Yeah, so if you're completely still, you don't see anything unless things are moving but if you're moving, then everything is kind of moving. Like if you're sitting in a train that's moving like 200 miles an hour, well, you inside the train can't see you or the train because you're all moving in the same reference frame. But outside, you can see everything, right? I think seeing the world through kinetic energy would be a really cool visual experience and kind of ish game.
Be a really fun VR game.
Yeah. I got the idea when playing Super Hot.
I was about to say.
I love Super Hot.
Super hot kinetic VR game, I think would work really well.
Yeah, so you can only see kinetic energy. So either it is moving or you move and therefore you can see what's, because, reference frame. I think that'd be really fun.
Tangentially related to kinetic energy, what I've been thinking about recently is, how like in anime or superhero show, sci-fi, fantasy nonsense, if somebody has like ice powers, their ultimate move usually has something to do with like absolute zero, right? The coldest cold we can get to, no movement, right? But somebody who is like fire or heat, they never even come near to the hottest hot, right? The author usually makes up some number, like I'm 10 million degrees Fahrenheit right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's still like a fraction of a percentage of the hottest hot. I don't think it'd be that much more difficult to, instead of say I'm, 30 million degrees, you say I'm 30 quintillion, 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 quintillion degrees,
Actually,
just a couple extra zeros.
What I think would be more interesting for thermal-based powers, if they had to be more grounded and realistic, is that you can only have so much thermal energy, but temperature is although related to thermal energy, it is not the same. Like, it takes a stupid amount of thermal energy to heat up the oceans by 1 degree, but it does not take nearly as much energy to heat up a pot of water by 200 degrees.
Yes.
So you get to be like, I can either use thermal energy and melt this weapon I'm holding instantly, or I could heat up this bathtub in 20 minutes, or I can heat up this swimming pool in 3 hours. Like, you have so much thermal energy that you can apply to change the temperature. I think that'd be a cool grounded.
Or what if you could change the specific heat value of matter? So like you could change the specific heat value of water so that it actually evaporates into vapor after like a half a degree centigrade. Or you make it super hard to shift phase change.
Jacob, are you out?
Yeah, I gotta put together some bar stools.
All right, fair enough.
Have fun.
Yeah, real life Legos.
All right, so then like, sorry.
I was just gonna ask if you guys were down for one more, and then maybe hit tier list.
Not everybody. Ice, welcome back.
I could do tier list. I also want to continue talking about this.
Yeah, I said one more, then a tier list.
Yeah, I'm good for one more.
All right, Morgan.
What? Sorry.
Can you find us a tier list?
Alright, so
my number one mod.
Thought was it Chris or was it Eric? Someone said
Chris was about to ask.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, like, what if? So the changing the specific key is honestly a pretty interesting power that I've never seen really anything close to. That's pretty cool. Like, I think another cool power would be the kind of the opposite, kind of what Finger said earlier, where what you can do is you can change something by like 10 degrees, and that is your power. Is like you can change its relative temperature by 10 degrees Fahrenheit. But it doesn't matter, right? So you could increase the whole Earth instantly by 10 degrees, or you could increase like your pot of water by 10 degrees, and that's it.
All right. Now, playing off of that. Oh, sorry, Chris.
Now, obviously, I was going to say the big problem with this is how do you prevent somebody from taking an object, changing it by 10 degrees, right? Then it's funny because you can like make the oceans 10 degrees hotter and like kill all ocean life. But then how do you prevent someone from just doing that to the new temperature, right? So like, are you gonna be like, oh well, it can only be like it's magic or something, and they can only be done once per day or something, or I don't know. It kind of gets weird to be like, how do you prevent someone from just increasing the temperature by 10 degrees, by 10 degrees, by 10 degrees until whatever temperature they want it to be? In which case, that's just like a heat power. But...
All right, so you're thinking more of like it's a set temperature difference. Me, it was like they had so much thermal energy, right, versus like temperature change.
Well, I think the thing that's fun about just a set temperature change is like it's all about like reward, you know, because like
yeah.
If you change the entire ocean by 10 degrees, that's huge, right? That's so much thermal energy you are instantly imparting in something versus like heating your hot cocoa up by 10 degrees is like
making my boiling water boil that much faster.
Yeah.
No, but then you have that character have an older brother whose power is to also change something plus or minus 10 degrees, but instead of Fahrenheit, it's Celsius. So
just slightly stronger.
Matters that much more.
He's just better.
He's just better
because it's 1 degree is a much bigger.
But he hates his power, obviously.
Of course, he regrets it.
Yeah.
No, but because I keep thinking, because ice powers always go to absolute zero because it's a lot easier in our brains to go to negative 275.15 degrees Celsius or whatever. But no one ever goes to the hottest hot. Some people go to like 1,000,000 degrees. Some people go to 1,000,000,000 degrees. But like no one ever thinks to make my anime character go to the hottest hot, which is just I don't know, interesting.
Well, the hottest hot has. I mean, you know what the theoretical hottest hot is?
Yeah, it's the Planck light, the shortest distance between the shortest amplitude, right? No, wavelength, the shortest lambda.
I mean, yeah, basically just you have your molecules or whatever the hell the thing is, moving at the speed of light, essentially.
All right, we're good.
There you go. And,
Nope. No longer in possession. Last operator standing.
Oh no. Nazareth 36.
I think the problem with the hottest hot, I mean, it's cool in concept, but like, what is truly the difference between 1,000,000,000 degrees and like the actual?
A lot. Right? Because, well, numerically wise, massive. The hottest hot is like 10 to the 32nd degrees.
Yeah, but what I mean practically, right? Like you get hit by 100 billion degrees or whatever the high temperature is versus the actual hottest. Nothing changes.
It's like an anime, right? Like, no one actually portrays absolute zero as absolute zero. Nothing moves in an absolute zero system, right? There is no vibration of molecules at that point, but we still say it's absolute zero for flavor text, right?
Well,
I see this as no different than a flavor text.
Well, they're not moving relative to each other, but the whole absolute zero system could be moving relative to us.
Sure, but I mean, 1,000,000,000 degrees could be disintegrating Earth versus disintegrating the sun. Like that.
No, it's just, what you're saying is you just want the anime like super move that the guy does before he like flashes really cool pose. It's just it'll say like plank length heat, and then
it's not necessarily that I want it. I'm just surprised that it's like I've never seen it done. Fire. For how terrible it is of a real-world power, right? It's like the worst elemental power you could have IRL. Is a super popular superpower, especially in anime, right? To give heat-based powers. You would think that somebody, because you're always trying to one-up, right? Be better, be the next Goku or whatever, bullshit BS power scaling. You would think that somebody would have done that by now. And I have yet to run into a piece of media where somebody has like fire-based powers that goes to the